honors, the privilege to introduce a lady who believes that financial peace isn't just a dream, it is something you plan ahead for. She's the operation manager at HISA Africa, helping Kenyans protect what matters and invest wisely for the future. BNI Legacy helped me welcome none other than Lucy Mathu.
Thank you for that amazing introduction. My name is Lucy Mathu from HISA Africa Insurance Agency, where we guide individuals and corporates to build strong financial future. Alongside me is the CEO and the lead consultant, and my father, who I invite to the stage to introduce himself.
Thank you very much. Alfred Mathu is my name, the lead consultant, HISA Africa Insurance Agency. I'm very, very privileged to be here to be speaking to you guys about financial planning.
We are leading intermediary between two customer-centric financial giants. That is the Absa Life and the Old Mutual Group. Today, we will speak on matters of financial wellness and investments. Some quick questions for you to ponder. What is the status of your retirement investment today? Is it something that you have already started? Is it something that you still plan to do someday? Or is it like many Kenyans you have thought about, but you haven't started? I would like to invite our financial doctor to be able to guide us on the financial talk.
So what is financial planning? This is basically the ability to understand how to manage your financial resources to be able to accomplish your agenda in terms of finance. Did you know that about 97% of Kenyans are in what you call the financial deathbed? Clearly, we need to be very intentional on financial planning because these statistics are very, very warning. A prudent person will start preparing for the last day or their first day. Have you been walking the journey on investment? Are you doing hide and seek on retirement investment matters? What is your money doing for you? You need to be very, very intentional in building a budget. This budget will take care of your short-term goals, your medium-term goals, and your long-term goals. A gentleman called Warren Buffett says that we should be spending the balance of investment, and as such, a revolutionary budget formula that has been established is 25-50-25. You can write that down. 25-50-25. According to him, the first 25% of your regular income is supposed to be directed into your savings and investment. 50% will take care of your needs, and 25% will take care of your lifestyle. When I talk about lifestyle, that's why we talk about things such as parties, tithing, etc. Needs are those basic living expenses that you cannot do without. And then on the needs, the 25%, you break down that element into three. 20% of your 25 will go into emergency funding. 50% of the 25 will go into what we call medium-term retirement investment. And 30% will go purely into retirement planning. What is your money doing for you? In terms of risks, if your money is not going to be working for you, it will work against you. There are enough risks that we are carrying with us every single day. There are people who woke up like you and me, and at this particular minute, they are dead. There are people who were okay until yesterday, but last night, as they were going home from their various engagements, they got involved in accidents and incidents. They are not disabled, not too sure how they're going to be handling their financial obligations. There are people who went for medical checkup last week, last month, last year, etc. Now they are battling with terminal illnesses that they have been diagnosed with. There are also people in our society that have died. We need to give them a decent send-off. How do we give you a decent send-off in a situation where you've died and left bills and debts? You need to be very, very intentional in financial planning. These are some of the most common financial mistakes that people make with their money. I will not go through all of them, and I think the most important one that I want to talk about here is not budgeting. A lot of people make and spend without taking care of their savings and investments. Then there is procrastination. People are sitting on the fence, still doing hide and seek. I'm still too young. I only started working the other day. I'm only 40 years. I'm only 55 years. Retirement is coming. That will be the reality check for you. Misconceptions. The other one is poor financial habits. There are people who borrow money they didn't need, and others are lending money that is meant for their critical expenses. And there are people here who have given money to their friends. Friends have failed to pay back. They're ignoring your messages. They're ignoring your calls. They're ignoring emails and everything. Let me talk about oversaving. If your money is not going to be moved from savings environment into investment environment, it's not going to give you value. Quickly to financial literacy, we all need to be very, very literate financially, inconsistent on our savings. If you're on a regular income, you need also to have regular investment. A key one here that I want to talk about here is lack of financial goals. The year 2025 is soon coming to an end. What goals have you accomplished this year? Let me go to the other side and talk about some people not doing succession planning. Your financial planning is not complete until you've taken care of three elements: accumulation of your wealth, conservation of your wealth, and distribution of your wealth. That is what we call succession planning.
Why HISA Africa? Because we put you first. We are not here to push a product. We are here to understand your needs and work with you. We are an independent intermediary between two customer centrics. That's the Afterlife and the Old Mutual. We are being led by a lead consultant who has consistently been recognized as a leading financial advisor in multiple awards since 2003. When it comes to the short-term investment, we'll talk about the emergency fund. The emergency fund is the emergency cushion, recommended 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. It earns 11 to 12% annually, has no lock-in period, and is low risk. You can deposit and withdraw anytime. When it comes to the medium to long-term investment, we'll talk about the contractual investment. This is the endowment policy and the education policy. It allows you to contribute a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual, depending on your income. It combines investment and life cover in one. It covers critical illness, disability, and death, giving you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. We have another product called the last expense. This product covers your family to give you a dignified send-off. It covers up to 10 family members from as low as $37.50 per year. You can cover up to 1 million, and the claims are fast and reliable. Up to 5 claims per year, 5 claims per year per family. It is a small cost for a great act of love and responsibility.
This is some of the most common fears of retirees. The first fear is the fear of losing financial independence. When you lose your financial independence, you will start relying on others. The other one is the fear not to be able to maintain your lifestyle. It shocks me to see people living and working, and all the time they know they lived in Karen, Lunda, you lived in Westlands, Loresho, Riverside, and when you retire, you go to Moyoko. The other one is the fear of not having something for inheritance by your children and your grandchildren. If you're not putting funds together for legacy, I'm telling you, it's going to be a disappointment. Some of the people, when they die, they only leave excuses, blames, excuses, and everything else. Please, can you start taking care of your children and your grandchildren? The other one is the fear to outlive retirement savings. And when you run out of cash, either due to inflation or cost of living, again, you'll be writing long compositions to those that have to take care of you. The other is fear to become asset rich, but cash poor. The guys of Tumigonda, every day you're buying land, every day you're buying land. Not a problem, but are you balancing your investment equation? A lot of people right now are struggling, looking for cash. There's no one to buy their land. It is such a mess in our country as we speak. A bit of reality check. A few questions that we need to ask ourselves. What is the current status of your debts or liabilities? Do you have debts? Are you being charged interest? When are you planning to pay off that debt? Or are you going to retire with the debt? Second question to ask ourselves, what is the status of your assets? Are they dead or invested? Are they known or unknown? Documented or not? In solid or liquid nature? Next question is, do you have dependents, and can your dependents survive in your absence or absence of your income? Next question, for the time that you've been working, have you been able to build a fund that can sustain your current lifestyle for a minimum of 25% of the time that you've worked so far? Next question is, if you are diagnosed with a terminal illness, what is the status of your medical coverage? Next question, if you died today, do you have a succession plan? There are enough lawyers in the room. Have you sat with them to do your own will? Or are you going to die intestate, leaving people in your family fighting for the resources and assets that you leave behind? These are some of the facts about financial planning. Obstacles and excuses are what you see when you take our eyes off the goal. You cannot bring yourself to reality. You got to take action, and remember, procrastination is still the biggest monster in the house. If you are to move your greatest obstacle, remember that you're the obstacle yourself. Nothing great is going to be achieved suddenly. It takes time, focus, and discipline. The other one takes more steps that will help you conquer the bad habits. Rome was never built in a day. Neither is your Rome going to be built in one day. Ask yourself, what is it going to ultimately cost me if I don't take action now? Remember, your attitude will determine everything. There's no future in the past, so stop putting your eyes back. Focus on what is ahead of you. You can never change the past. Finally, when it comes to investments, the first step is the most revolutionary. It is what separates the investors from the jokers. Remember this success formula? You got to think big, start small, but you got to start now.
Thank you so much for that financial wellness talk. Here I may ask for today, I would like to be connected to individuals, corporates, families, university students, chairmans, and groups. Before we push our product or whatever we say, I would like for you, before we get to that process of signing you up, kindly book an appointment with us. You can use our SSD code. We also have a link for you to book an appointment online to be able to talk with the financial doctor, and also me. Kindly connect me with your children, even if it's your nephews and sisters, the young people, connect me to them to be able to guide them towards their financial wellness and towards their future. Thank you so much.
How many people have a referral now for HISA? If you can take the referrals that you have, photos. Take a photo of the referrals. Have you taken photos? Over to you, Caroline Gathii, for the testimony.
All right, my testimony is to HISA Africa Limited, a testimonial to HISA Africa. I have listened to Alfred Mathu several times and always found his insights valuable. During a risk management conference where he was invited as guest speaker, we finally had a chance to talk in person. The conversation opened a door to a deeper understanding about my future and the importance of retirement planning. Retirement often feels like a distant concern, something we delay thinking about while focusing on staying active and productive. What sets Alfred Mathu apart was his willingness to offer clear, practical financial advice without expecting anything in return. He shares knowledge freely, genuinely wanting people to make informed decisions. His approach reflects the true spirit of the BNI's Givers Gain philosophy, which he consistently demonstrates. Following our conversation, I chose to invest in a retirement package, the ABSA Retirement Fund, managed by ABSA Bank. This plan is thoughtfully structured to support your life while you're still living, not just for your final expenses. It offers critical living benefits, including a cover for hospitalization, disability, and major illness, which becomes active after the second year of this fund. I wholeheartedly recommend HISA Africa to anybody seeking clarity and confidence in securing financial planning through retirement planning. Caroline Gathii, thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much for that testimonial, Makofi. Then we also have Clemens Mercy to the testimonial.